There we go. Okay. It's time to do a couple fights and then plan a couple more and then see where we get, I guess. Hello, Cobra. Alright. I grabbed these berries, right? Yep, sure did. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I'm gonna exit Citra real quick. I forgot he was right there. I didn't arrange my party correctly. Let me do that. Hello, Lisa. Okay. Time to look at what's going on with my party. I am basically guaranteed to just want to trade this rat away. The hustle is like not worth it because I like things being consistent. But when we get to the next town, we'll probably do that. I have one of the fights for Route 22 planned so far. I've skipped two. I'm skipping two optionals so far. Yeah, I skipped the one in the forest. I can come back to that if I need to. Probably not too hard. I'm going to skip the one on this route, and then there are two more on the next route that I don't have to do, that I might do, depending on if I need a serious nature pawn or not, and if I need extra money. And then we'll see. We'll start probably the gym fights today. I do have to plan for the double, so that might take a minute. That took me like an hour to plan for the first time, but that was also me like trying to figure out how the whole thing works. So it's to be expected. Um, what line did I have for this guy? This is one of my slightly less certain lines. Yeah, Metapod, the lead, and Nidoran and Froakie. Then Deerling, Elekid, Swablu. Okay. And then we need berries on all of those. I did this route not knowing that berries were in the game the first time. Not knowing that I got the berries. Which is silly because I definitely got them on my first attempt like a month ago. I just forgot where they were. But this should just be cherry, and then we go to Chestes just in case, basically. All right. Yeah, we're fine. Let's go. All right. Caterpie is going to Silverwind us here. Metapod is also going to Silverwind, except ours is going to KO because we're big and strong, and they're not. So down goes Caterpie. Should be Apom. Cool. Apom's going to fake out. We are going to switch to Nidoran. God. Sorry, I was at work. There was a bunch of dust today, so my allergies are going off, so I'm kind of sniffly. Apom's in. It faked out. It's going to double hit now, which is going to do a bunch of damage, but we're going to Poison Tail. We don't want to risk double crit because we don't have to, so we are just going to let it double hit Croaky, which I guess probably technically risks a couple of crits, but with the rolls, it shouldn't matter too much. No, a bubble beam. Dangerous situation. Now we can quick attack to KO. Azrael comes out. We switched to Deerling on a Tussle, it looks like. We have a Cherry Berry on Deerling just in case the Tussle paras. This is a custom move, which is just a fairy move with a 10% chance to para, which is kind of cool. This Azrael is going to sing right now. But we do go first, so we're just going to get a tackle off. Then it's going to put us to... Oh, I guess it doesn't put us to sleep. Alright. Which means it's going to sing again. Which means we are just going to tackle again. Because we can. Now we're asleep. Now it wants to Aqua Step to get the speed up. And on an Aqua Step, we can switch to... I'm going to double check the calc just in case. I don't want to risk anything if I don't have to. But just to make sure it doesn't see semi-lethal for Tussle. But it shouldn't. Nah, Tussle's not doing anything to us here. So it's going to Aqua Step. We let it Aqua Step into Elekid. There it is. And now its speed is up. I don't think it's enough. Yeah, we're still quite a bit faster, so we can just KO with Spark. Bye-bye. Okay, that is, I think, almost riskless. I don't know if it's fully riskless. I think if it crits like 4 times on the Froakie with 2 double hits, then maybe Froakie dies. But I am willing to risk the 1 in 256 squared. If that happens, then this isn't the run anyway. And we're also, like, almost out of serial names, so, like... or not serial names. Almost out of candy bar names. I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, candy bars. Okay. I'm gonna take these items, and then I'm going to switch around the party a little. This next fight is less scary, I believe. And then the fight I'm going to do after this, I can literally just click Trailblaze with Deerling the entire fight, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of hilarious. Maybe it won't work, in which case it's going to be real awkward. But, you know. That's the fight after this, though. For this fight, we need... I like to switch around the party order so I know the order that I'm using them in. Nidoran, then Elekid, then Froakie. Deerling, Metapod, Swablu. Cool. And the... It's just a Cherry Berry on Nidoran, a Cherry Berry on Deerling. And then Orange Berries on everyone else. Cool. Alright. Full health, yeah. Fight time. This thing is 4 times weak to poison, but it's faster, so it's not going anywhere. It's just gonna stun spore us, which we have a Cherry Berry for. And then we're gonna Poison Tail to KO. It sends out a Shanks, which gets an Intimidate off on us. It's going to Noble Roar, which is odd, but pretty 90% sure that's what the AI does. If it doesn't, then we'll figure it out, but it should. So I'm just going to Poison Tail again for Chip. Okay, it does just bite. Interesting. Is it because I guess maybe it sees that I only have physical moves? It probably does. And now it definitely sees semi-lethal with bite. So we are going to let it bite into Allocate, it looks like. Yeah. It's not very effective into Allocate because it is a fighting type. It's fine. And now it actually switches to Meowth, I believe. I didn't get crit by the bite, so it shouldn't see bite as semi-lethal. And it does not have any critical status, so it sees Incentivized Switch because it has Intimidate. So I believe it switches to Meowth. And we're just going to let Meowth take a Spark. There it is. Cool. And that's pretty good. Meowth is gonna Fake Out. We're gonna switch to Froakie to take it, probably. And we're gonna Bubble Beam, which is gonna KO it back into Shinx. Shinx will come back in. It'll get an Intimidate. That's fine. It wants to Spark here because it sees that it kills. We're going to let it Spark into Deerling. Which is fine. And we're gonna Double Kick now. Should Noble Roar. Here's the Noble Roar. It does just die though. Cool. Okay, there is an additional path down here where I have to fight that guy if I take it, but that's optional for a Citrus Berry, which I don't currently need, so I'm going to skip it. If I can get through this gym without using a Citrus Berry, which I did the last time, then it becomes even better, because then I don't even have to worry about like the 16 level cap and it just becomes a trivial fight. It's probably not that hard to begin with, but I didn't want to plan it. I need to use my Medikit and then probably save again after that. And take all the items away. I have one more planned fight right now. And I say planned very loosely because I'm pretty sure that I just, like, kill everything. Here's the double that I'll have to plan for eventually. I do want to get through the 2 fights on this route so that I can get my 8th encounter, though. And then decide if Rat is getting traded out for Numel, which it should be. I don't think there's a situation in which it doesn't get traded out. If we get something really, really shit on this route, then it will get traded out, but I don't think there's anything that's worse than the Rat here. There's also like 400 kinds of Cadbury bars we can name stuff after. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't know all the Cadbury bars. I know they have the cream eggs. That's about it. You're so mean to the Rat. The Rat's not good. Like, the Rat, I'm sure, if the Rat was in, if there was like a competitive format where all the mons were at level 16 and they were like all the mons you could only get on these few routes and they had these stats, then the Rat would be pretty good because like 80% of the time you're hitting with a lot of damage. But I'm Nuzlocking and I want consistency. And the Rat doesn't have that. Let me save and then go get berries. I wanted a Chesterberry on Deerling. Remember participating in anything like that? That's cool. We're giving an Oranberry to everybody else. Because they are not in the line. Deerling is the goat in this line, unless I really fucked something up, which I might have. We'll find out. Pichou ran a tournament like that with Pokemon Platinum. It was only Pokemon before some certain gym. That's pretty cool. It's kind of dope. I know people have done like little cup tournaments like that. Participated in a few games. Alright. Let's do this fight now. Alright, guys. Here's the plan. I click Trailblaze. It switches out into Jinx. Or Smoochum, rather. I hit a Trailblaze. It's gonna try to do that funky thing where it, makes me sleep. It doesn't even get it. Horsey comes in. It's gonna set Rain Dance. I'm at +3 speed now. I've Trailblazed so many times. Its Swift Swim doesn't outspeed me. Because I've used Trailblaze now for the 4th time. And here's Dynamo. And what is Dynamo gonna do against my Trailblaze? It's gonna use Magnet Rise. Why is it using Magnet Rise? Because that's in the AI, I guess. It's not good. I don't have any ground moves. I'm just gonna keep using Trailblaze. Okay. I think I understand the AI now. What a world. Yeah, I know, right? I was really struggling on this the last time because I didn't realize I had berries. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. I have allergies or something going on. Freaking dorm was full of dust. I don't have that job anymore though, because classes start in a few days, and then I'm just a TA, which probably pays better, honestly. Okay, I'm taking these items. Okay. I got one more fight before my next encounter. So I'm gonna save, and now we're gonna go calc that out, and then I think a TA honestly sounds fine. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm a TA for freshman game design students. I will like help them with code. That's it. I do this like voluntarily. I've offered help with code to like freshmen and non-freshmen who suck at code for some reason on multiple occasions, just like free help, and now I get paid for it. So like, tell them their games suck. If their game sucks, I will tell them. Actually, I probably won't. If they're like trying their best, I probably will be nice about it. I'll be like, "This is a great attempt for a first game," you know. But if their game is ass, you can only trade them if you hate them. This is something a real drill instructor said about recruits. Yeah, I don't know what drill instructors are doing, man. Like army drill instructor, I assume is what you're talking about. I don't understand why anybody would want anything to do with that. I guess they'd probably get like free healthcare or some shit. and money. And I guess it's a really easy job. They don't exactly reject you for joining the army unless you have certain conditions. Like I obviously can't join the army because current regulations, but if you're an average guy and you can't get a job because the job market sucks, then you can go join the army, I guess. That's kind of cool. What does this have? This has Confuse Ray, so it's just gonna click Confuse Ray first turn no matter what is the idea then. So I can like uh I can basically just lead Froki. But it doesn't see that I kill it. Confuse Ray has critical status. Yeah. It can't switch. Uh this is Ellen. Spelled Elin. Interesting. So I can go Froki with a Person Berry. Turn 1, Froki, Bubble Beams versus. Is it safer to Weary Gaze, I guess? And then Bubble Beam the next turn so that I know it never falls into the range where it can't switch? Yeah, probably. We're gonna Weary Gaze first turn, probably, though. And none of these guys have any items, conveniently. Shepard wants to Confuse Ray. The berry pops. 2. Now it sees that I kill. Let's see what these switch scores are. Trapinch and Carvana. For Trapinch, it sees that it gets killed on switching, so it is negative 15, basically. Yeah. It'll never switch to Trapinch. Carvana sees that. Let me check the thing. Sees that it's bulky, so it gets +3, but it also sees that it is weak moves, so it is 0. So I can safely kill Shuppet here. I can go Bubble Beam. And it'll KO, it'll go into Carvana. And about that Atlantic article that supposedly advised LGBT people to join the CIA. Why? I'd have extra rules for pursuit. It is not good. It does see bite as well. It's fearsome, which means my speed is lowered, so I am no slower than it. It does not see fearsome before it comes in, which is good. I also don't think it matters in this particular situation, but I did learn that from last round. I'm still at full health right now, so it sees bite as chip damage. It should go to incentivized switch tier, which it can't do because Trapinch will die. Then standard status tier, which is Leer. I mean, I guess we just let it Leer Froakie, right? Get some chip into it. -1 speed, -1 defense. So it's going to bite the next turn. Actually, wait. I lied. It goes for bite this turn, not later. Because it does see that as semi-lethal, because it's faster, and it can, wait, hold on. They had rain on. I do still kill Shoppa though, so that's good. And I assume Trapinch still sees that it dies, yes. Okay, good. I do want to reassess the scores here. I think it does just see bulky and weak. Yeah. Okay, anyway. It sees bite as semi-lethal because it has a chance to flinch, and it is faster, so it sees it as basically doing 55 instead of 45, which it's actually doing. Well, I have 0 chance to die from this. That's nice. So I can go to Elekid and give it like Oranberry, probably, is what the idea is. I wanted not gonna want to bite. Rookie, switch to Elekid. I guess if it double crits, then I could buy. We'll risk a 1 or 256. That's probably fine. What is the point of Pursuit on this set? Doesn't it never see Pursuit because it always sees Bite over it? Pursuit doesn't have custom AI. Oh, does it? Lethal too. Oh, if Pursuit's lethal, then it sees that. There's a chance that Pursuit comes lethal. Actually, it goes for increased priority before Pursuit, always. So it'll go for Aqua Jet anyway. Carvana Bite. For Aqua Jet. Elekid Spark. In case it does. Oh no, wait. I can't Elekid Spark because if it KOs, then I'm in a shitty situation with this Trapinch. Who can I put in with the Trapinch? Deerling's fine with Trapinch, right? Not really, huh? Bug Ground. Oh, Altaria's fine. Or Swablu, rather. is the name of the Pokemon. Okay. Am I risking a bunch of flinches with Swablu? Can this thing fight? Oh, it can't. No, Swablu's probably fine. Let me check what other moves Swablu learns real quick. It had a couple. I need to see if it learns quick attack or not. I don't think it does. But it'd be cool if it did. Growl, Peck, Defog, Sing. Unfortunate. Left your water bottle at work, so instead of drinking from a cup like a normal person, you're just drinking cranberry juice straight from the bottle. Interesting. I can actually just force it to keep leering, can't I? It should never switch into Trapinch. So I can if you switch to Swablu, we give Swablu a Person Berry probably would be fine, I assume. We're faster than Trapinch, and it also can't actually trap us because we're Swablu. It has to Supersonic and Howl before it bug bites anyway. Yeah, we can give Swablu a Person Berry. Carvana bites it, then Carvana wants to leer it after that. It's faster, so I guess it sees that bite will do like 30%, but we're at 80, so it doesn't see semi-lethal. Yeah. Go. Turn 4, Swablu can Fairy Wind. And Carvana can leer it. We're at -1 defense now, so it sees 46% or 36% rather with bite, which still doesn't actually see. An Aqua Jet actually sees more, huh? So an Aqua Jet's into Froakie. How much damage did Swablu do? Swablu did 28 minimum. He was at 38-ish%. Probably less. I mean, we can't guarantee a kill, I guess. But it is guaranteed just to bite again. Um, um, Frokies switch to. Swallow on a bite. If I'm now at like 28, then I'm at 60% exactly, which I guess it sees as, I don't think it should see bite. I think it might just be Lear again. Pretty sure it'll Lear, and then if I get crit, then I guess it changes, but I think even if I do get crit, it doesn't matter too much because I don't die to 2 crit bites. I guess it changes more if I get, I'll give myself an orange berry so I can make crits happen less, or make crits matter less, rather. And then I can bring in whoever I want to deal with Trapinch. Or just leave Swablu in, because Pluck does quite a bit. It should always just supersonic. It does well with Trapinch. Froakie does. Froakie's taken like 15% this entire battle. It'll take a Confusion though. I guess I can pluck once with Swablu, then get confused, then send out Froakie. Pluck, Froakie, Bubble Beam, or whatever. Okay, 2 online. And I am going to give probably I don't know. I guess everybody else gets orange berries. Okay, cool. Fight time, and then encounter time, and then time for something else probably. I don't remember what though. Yeah, we're giving pings. Okay. Let's do the fight. We need Persim on Froakie and Orin on everybody else. Okay. I'm gonna go save because it feels like a good idea. Alright, time for a fight, guys. Shuppet comes out. Shuppet wants to confuse Reyes. We're gonna weary gaze. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Confuse Reyes. I'm gonna eat a person berry, no longer confused, and now I'm gonna bubble beam to KO. It is able to. Why is it able to switch? Does it see that I become slower then? Huh. Okay. Let's figure it out. Um. Maybe it does see fearsome. Alright, guys. Does it see +1 because... Oh, it sees +1 because it has the one ability. Okay, cool. Right, I forgot about that ability. Okay. You're forgetting about that part of the switch tiers. That's alright, though. Carvana's gonna bite. I think we can let it bite into Altaria, because everything else just dies to Altaria and switch in anyway. So I think we can just continue the line here with keeping in mind that Shuppet still exists. Yeah, we switched to Swablu. Uses Leer. Oh right, I forgot it used. Why does it use Leer? It sees that it's faster than Froakie, so it should get the plus to the. Should get the flinch bonus on bite. Should see semi-lethal, right? Guess not. Well, now I'm Swablu in, and I'm at -1 defense. So it sees standard status rather than chip damage. It should see standard switched here. I don't think it can switch. In fact, I think I'm just fine to Fairy Wind. Twice. Yeah, well, Fairy Wind, it'll Aqua Jet twice, though. I don't think it can switch. Yeah, I'm just gonna Fairy Wind again. Yeah. Carvana's dead. It should be Shuppet. Is Safeguard for only non-volatile status conditions, or does it cure confusion as well? Protected from status conditions. Okay. I think I'll just pluck. Risk the confusion. That's unfortunate. Does it have anything that does 17 to me? Yeah, quick attack sees a kill. And so does Shadow Sneak. It's guaranteed to Shadow Sneak here. I'm not super keen on letting it Shadow Sneak. Seems kind of rough. Can I get it to want to switch out into Trapinch? I think I can. think if I switch to Deerling, it'll take a Shadow Sneak, take no damage, and then it'll be confused, right? But it'll also see that I kill, and then Trapinch will switch in, seeing that it's really good. So I think I can switch to Deerling this turn. Shadow Sneaks, cool. And then I can switch to Altaria back this turn. Because it should switch to Trapinch. There it is, cool. And now I can go ahead and just pluck once, and then switch back to Froakie. Because it should just want to confuse me this turn. Oh, it even misses. That's nice and convenient. I'm gonna safeguard, I think. Yeah, right? Yeah, I think I can just pluck to KO now. And now it'll send out Shuppet, see that a Shadow Sneak KOs, and I can finish up with Deerling. Or Nightshade, I guess, that also kills. Trailblaze doesn't exactly kill, it seems. That's fine, though. It's disabled. Switch to Tony, I guess. I just fucking quick attack, bro. I'm not thinking. Let's just go back to Deerling and kill it. I'm not gonna die to this either way, so. Okay. Wasted an Oran Berry, shucks. Okay, anyway. Another fight masterfully navigated by somebody who knows what she's doing. Am I right or am I right, guys? Encounter time. You're so right. Thank you, Cobra. Okay, I'm gonna need name suggestions in a second. I still have an 100% catch rate on this route. Let me just disable repel. Wait, didn't I? Ahead of encountering Pokemon. Okay. Our encounter for this round is a Psyduck. Okay, cool. I like Psyduck. And I think this confirms that the rat will be going for Numel. Names for the Psyduck. Isn't there like a duck bar? But I know there's peeps, which are like kind of ducks, but I don't really. What kind of candy bar is Psyfuck? Genuine typo. One called Gansito, which has a duck mascot, apparently. Gansito. Ah. Excuse me. Hey, it does. This looks kind of good. I would eat this. This looks great. Alright, he's Gansito. Alright, we got Gansito in the box. Here's a repel back on. It's time to start planning for a double, which I might not do on stream. maybe ending quickly. I don't know. It's kind of late for your guys' standards, at least. Usually, you guys leave me around this point, so. Let me check my PC. Should be going to bed, but you're distracted. What are you distracted by? Let's level up Gansito. Clear smog. Oh, this gets disable? 100% accuracy in this hack too? Oh yeah. While you were waffling during that fight, I was partially watching a video about an SCP. Oh, I see. I admittedly do not enjoy a lot of the SCP stuff a lot, but I have been drawn in by several SCP videos at various points. Some of them are kind of cool. There's a lot of like videos people make about them that are really well made and cool to watch at like 3 a.m. when I should be getting to sleep. So hit or miss in the way any amateur writing projects are. I think that's charming. I agree. Whoa, chilling water 65 power in this hack? That's kind of great. I didn't know that. It makes sense why that Surskit was such a demon. Okay, let's go trade for the nouveau, I guess. I think there's a guy here who gives me something. I think he gives me the rare candy. Yeah. STP, which is a face. Big sitcom called A Prince Among Men. It's like the opposite. Classes, Prince of Bel Air. A rich kid gets sent to live with poor relatives. You don't let me pass, that's right. But goodbye, Hershey. Alright, we got Krakatoa back. Let's go. Krakatoa's the goat, guys. Spoiler text on the juice. A Petscop. I remember Petscop. Alright. I'm liking this so far. This is a pretty good run. It's going well, but it only takes one mistake. You're damn right. And I don't make mistakes. Oh. As we can see clearly by the former 3 attempts. Okay, I'm adding these guys to the calculator. Alright, we got nouveau and Psyduck in the box. That's pretty good. Unfortunate we don't have another fire type, but we got a flying type, and we do have a poison type. Nidoran's kind of tanky. I got Elekid as well, which for a fighting type. Really, there's a fighting type in this hack, but I see the vision. Also got Chuckles the Metapod. Anyway. It is time to plan the double. Probably won't finish planning the stream, so we'll see. I could be a Metapod lead. 18 plus the what's that? 28 kills Blitzel on first turn. I'm pretty sure you just defense curl and work up. That's pretty cool. That seems like a good idea then. But our box is looking better and better because now we got rid of that stupid rat and we got a duck. Looking great. I'm probably gonna call it here for the night though. I don't think I'm making a good line for this double tonight or before you guys go to sleep. And I like having you guys around for the fights. So I mean to the rat. Yeah. I hate that rat. Okay.